Uriah's loyalty got him unalived. Not victim blaming, but just hear me out. So whenever you read the story of King David, Bathsheba, and Uriah in the Bible, Uriah would not have been unalived in that battle on that day in that way if he had just gone home to be with his wife. He has her brought to the palace, most likely against her will, and he sleeps with her. She goes back to her home, and he got his fix, right? It's all good. All is well, and things can go back as they were. But later on, she told King David that she was with child. The king takes a married woman while her husband is at war fighting for them, and he gets her pregnant. So King David, his wheels are spinning, so he has Joab send him Uriah, Bathsheba's husband. Now look at this. In 1 Samuel chapter 11, verse 7, he's playing it cool. It says, when Uriah had come to him, King David was asking about Joab. How's Joab doing? How are the people doing? And how was the war prospering? He's making small talk to get to the real reason why he summoned him, but also without saying it outright. Kind of like when someone calls asking you for a favor and they go through all that unnecessary small talk when you know there's a reason they called you. Just get to the point. So how's Joab? Okay, good. And everybody else? Great. Y'all have enough food? Okay, weapons still strong? Awesome. Go be with your wife. Wash your feet, relax, enjoy your quality time with your wife. You worked so hard. Because if he goes home and be with his wife, that baby can be put on Uriah. Because back then, there's no DNA testing. How would he know? So that's the plan. So Uriah leaves, and the king has a gift of food follow him. How sweet of the king, right? But Uriah, he slept at the door of the king's house with the servants instead of going home. King David thought that he was in the clear until they told him that Uriah never went home. Like, what man comes from battle, refuses to go home and be with his wife? Surely you're in need. So King David asked Uriah, did you not come from a journey? Why did you not go down to your house? And in verse 11, Uriah says to King David, the ark and Israel and Judah are dwelling in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in these open fields. Shall I then go to my house to eat and drink and to lie with my wife? As you live and as your soul lives, I will not do this thing. Super loyal. See? So King David is really feeling the pressure. He brought him back for the sole purpose so he'll go home and lie with his wife. But he's so loyal to him and to those at battle, he refuses to go. So King David needs to go to plan B. He thought plan A was foolproof. Obviously not. So he tells Uriah, stay here today and I'll let you leave tomorrow. Then King David comes up with another plan. Okay, sober Uriah is loyal and refuses to lie with his wife. But what about drunk Uriah? Inhibitions lower, fleshy desires are heightened. Surely this will work. So King David calls Uriah back. They are chilling, eating, drinking, talking, having a good old time, and he gets him drunk. Now he'll go home, right? So King David thinks. But at evening time, Uriah goes down to lay on his bed with the servants of his lord, but never went to his house. King David's like, this man will not go home to his wife. What's it going to take? What is it going to take to get this man to go home to be with his wife? I can't get this man to go home. What'd I do? So now he is real desperate. And now because he feels like he's all out of options and he's real desperate now, and people do a lot of messed up things out of desperation. So now he does the only thing that he can think of and what he would be judged by God severely for. So he sends Uriah back in the morning with a letter for Joab. This is the letter from King David for Uriah to give to Joab when he gets back. And the letter says, set Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle and retreat from him that he may be struck down and unalived. How diabolical is that? King David had Uriah carry his own death sentence unknowingly. A man so loyal to the king, so loyal to his brethren back in the fields, he didn't feel it was right for him to go and have the comforts of his own home, his wife, when the rest were away. And God was so displeased with this, the affair, the manipulation, the lust, the greed, and ultimately taking a loyal life. So even after King David brought Bathsheba into his house and married her, they lost a baby shortly after he was born. All of this stress and strain of trying to cover up his sexual sin that led to more sin, which resulted in consequences that King David could not pray away, even though he tried. All because of lust. Lust is a filthy sin. It will have your life in complete turmoil from that one encounter that you couldn't resist. When lust hits, don't give in like King David. Run like Joseph did when he was tempted.